Brother Jake wants to sing a killing song. That's right. What kind of song do you want to hear? That's good. That's good. There's a real sense the country's coming together here. Yeah, that's what we're going to play anyway, regardless of what you say. It's good if we're all in agreement, though. You know. I got to admit, after like 1,300 shows in 17 years with this band in about 30-something countries, doing this show to me is actually very much like sex. And what I mean by that is, well, it's better if you enjoy it, I guess. Must be kind of like sex for y'all too, because you had to pay to get in. Hey, I'm just trying to tell you I love you. Hey, if I've learned anything from the last sort of 13 years of living over here, so I'm an immigrant now. You can tell Nigel Farage, he can see both my left and right balls. He can choose the order in which I will show them to him. God, just give me 2 weeks for that, man. I'll give him blood transfusions to keep him alive a little bit longer. I said, don't you die on me yet, buddy. I ain't done. Here, have a cup of coffee. We'll start again. No, I mean, I'm saying, everywhere we travel all over the world, I'm not trying to get all serious. Billy Bragg can tell you who to vote for. Steve Earle can tell you, I don't want to be political, but we all live in a social context, and I can't really escape that. I can sing songs about fucking, but even fucking happens in a context, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, everywhere we travel around, especially the last sort of year and a half, 2 years, everybody's talking about their country's values. And I go back to America, I get American values. I come over here, I get British values. Go to Scotland, I get Scottish values from some of the people. Only about 46%. I go over to Belgium, I get Belgian values, even though there's the French side and the Dutch-speaking part side, which is actually where the Roman Empire got to. That's the reason why there's a French-speaking part and a Dutch-speaking part. The part that's Dutch-speaking is the part the Roman Empire didn't get to. Fucking 2,000 years ago and shit. Sucking Satan's pecker, suck it! Anyways, I go to Deutschland, Germany, Deutschland, diese deutsche Gesellschaft. I mean, when I ask people to define what these things are, they always say things like friendliness, justice, honesty, you know, freedom, liberty. Those are things I've experienced in every country I've ever been in. Those are like values of nice people. Nobody has a monopoly on like being cool with each other. And I've pretty much experienced the same dickhead to cool person ratio in just about every country I've been to, unless I happen to be in Ponca City, Oklahoma. But if you've ever been there, you'll understand why they're all miserable cunts. No, man, but I'll tell you the two things that, as an outside observer, that I think are really uniquely British values that nobody else really has, at least not refined to the level that you do here. One is pub values, and the other is taking the piss out of yourself. These things are uniquely British, especially at the level that you have them. I mean, I'll tell you, if I go to a bar in Nashville, Tennessee, where I was born and raised, and it will be a bar because pubs don't exist in Nashville, Tennessee.
No, they don't.
If I go in by myself, it would be very, very likely, and I'm a talking son of a bitch, I'm sure you've worked that out by now. I may not be good looking, honey, but I ain't shy. And even given that, if I go into a bar in Nashville, Tennessee by myself, I could very easily stand there and drink by myself all night long. And if I try to talk to somebody else, they're going to look at me like I might steal their hubcaps after I have sex with their sister. Which I always find as a personal affront because I'm a pragmatist. I would steal the caps first. You never know how she's going to be. Long experience, y'all. Anyways, whereas if I walk into a pub anywhere in the UK, and I walk up to the bar and I have more than one or two, and let's face it, you're gonna have more than one or two. When you say, let's just go for one, that's taking the piss. So if I'm gonna have more than one or two, and I'm gonna, we've already established that, by the time I walk out of this joint, me and everybody standing around the bar will have showed each other pictures of our motorbike, our kids, our ex-wife, our current wife, the chick that we're thinking about leaving our current wife for. Maybe we're weighing it up, pros and cons. It's cheaper to keep her, maybe. We will have thought about religion, about politics. We will have gone out in the parking lot, smoked cigarettes, maybe beat the shit out of each other. I don't know. We will have come back in, bought each other around, and by the time that the bouncer is saying, fuck off, or in Northern Ireland, get art, Nori, I will know everybody in the damn place. That is a British value. That's something you don't find anywhere else in the world. When your man Nigel Farage talks about British values, Tell him I said pub culture and taking the piss. The other thing, taking the piss. Look, Americans, there are some Americans who have an appreciation of irony, but most of my friends, I show them a video of Faulty Towers and they don't understand why it's supposed to be funny. Look, that is a British television show. That could not have been made in France or the United States or, I don't know, Japan. Nobody in those countries would have gotten that. The idea of self-referential irony, which is cringe-worthy, which makes you want to crawl into a shell and maybe have somebody pee on your head. That's British. So anyways, this is the greatest killing song ever written, y'all. And if you do not agree this is the greatest killing song ever written, that's cool, you can have your opinion, but you'll be wrong. And it was also a song written and sung by, I believe, your greatest British rock and roll singer who was an immigrant from Africa. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? I'm caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Look in your eyes, look up to the skies and see. I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy. And that way the wind blows doesn't really matter to me. To me.
It's gonna be pretty good or really terrible.
Bohemian Rhapsody now.
Just kill the man. Put a gun against his head. Pull the trigger down his head. Mama, I've been just a gun, but now I'm gonna throw it all away. Mama, didn't mean to make you cry. I'll come back again this time tomorrow. Carry on, as if nothing really matters. It's too late. My time has come. Six shivers down, slide, money taking all the time. Goodbye, everybody. I gotta go. Gotta leave my heart and face the truth. Mama, I don't wanna die. Sometimes we should never be moving on. I see a little cinnamon, oh man, scramble, for you to the Fandango. Gotta live, Figaro. Gold in California is in a bank in the middle of Beverly Hills. Somebody else's name. So if you're dreaming about California, it don't matter at all where you played before. California's a brand new game. I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. What the hell is that? Vladimir Putin, man, take him out. Rocky Top. Rocky Top will always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Easy come, bring them on. Bismillah, no, here we go, Bismillah. Here we go, Bismillah. Here we go, let me go. Mamma mia, mamma mia, let me go. Beatles and drums and up for a side for me, for me, for me. Yeah! So you think you can stop me and spit in my eye? So you think you can love me and leave me die? Oh, baby, give this to me. Just trying to hold back this feeling for so long. And if you feel like I know you're gonna be feeling the him, baby, yes. Hang on, Daryl. Hot the clap on. Try to get me some women, man. Try and get some international wonder girls, man. Come on, let's get it on. Let's get it on. Ooh, let's love, baby. Let's get it on. Ooh, sugar. Let's get it on. We're all sensitive people. Yes, we are. So much to give. Understand me, sugar. Ooh, since we got to be here, come on and let's live. You know I love you. Oh, oh, 'cause there ain't nothing wrong with me loving you. No, no. Ooh, yeah. Oh, giving yourself to me could never be wrong. Ooh, if the love is true, oh baby. Ooh, don't you know how wonderful life can be? I'm asking you, baby, get on me. Oh, yeah, yeah. I ain't gonna worry. I ain't gonna push. Won't push you, baby. Hey, so come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, darling. Stop beating around the bush, yeah. Oh, because nothing really matters. No, it doesn't. To me. Anyway, the wind blows. Grazie mille, grazie. Grazie per il Lulu, ma per storia di Dio e croce.
Ja, mein Bruder, oder ich möchte ein Lied auf Deutsch spielen, ja?
Ja, das ist eine gute Idee.
Können wir ein Lied auf
Eine
Deutsch?
gute Idee, aber erstens. Lass uns gemeinsam nach der Strecke. Ja,
Eine
Prost!
Sitzung für alles. Ja?
Ja, ich muss mir.
Duschen, trinken.
Ja, wir können die Lieblingsfähigkeit besitzen, das zu machen. Prost, Maß.